Oh man, I can't wait to play Quidditch. I've been waiting years for this. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Cancelled. So I'm going to use my Hogwarts themed gaming PC. If you missed that video, I left the link in the description. But I'm using a $20 CPU, RX 6600 XT and 32 gigs of RAM to see how it performs in running Hogwarts Legacy. And see if you can do the same with running this particular CPU. It's an i7 5820K and it's been overclocked to 4.3 GHz. Now, going on to the Hogwarts Legacy website, this CPU isn't even listed. The lowest spec CPU is 6th gen, and then it moves up from there. So I'm going to see how high I can move up with running Hogwarts Legacy with the CPU, and I'm going to be running it in both 1080p and 4K. So let's just see if it's a disaster or a winner. Right, so running this at ultra settings on 1080p, and again the game is running really well. So there was a lot of cutscenes at the beginning of this game. In fact, most of my footage, at least an hour of it, was cutscenes, and probably about 10 minutes was actual gameplay. But I guess this is just an intro showing you how the game works. Even so, during the cutscenes I was getting around about 120 to 110 FPS, and then actually playing the game it dropped to around about 100 FPS. But the visuals came out really good. The game was super smooth. There was no screen tearing or anything like that, and I was really pleased with the performance. In terms of bottlenecks, are actually getting full utilization of the GPU with only 33% of the CPU being utilized by the game. So to be honest, the 5720K is more than enough in terms of running this game, and in fact you could probably actually use a more powerful GPU to play this Hogwarts Legacy. So I'm really pleased with 1080 performance, and I don't think you've got anything to worry about with using this $20 CPU to run this game. The other thing to consider is you can see I'm consistently using more than 16 gigs of RAM, so you may want to look at getting a 32 gig kit to play Hogwarts Legacy just to get you over that threshold and make sure you've got enough bandwidth to run the game. In fact, at certain points it went up to about 17 gigs on my RAM. So I'm just going to leave you with some gameplay footage so you can make up your own mind. So now running the game at 4K high settings. Of course I had to drop the settings down to high from ultra, because at ultra settings it was getting around about 30 FPS, which again is probably playable for some, but I think for most the minimum bar is around about 60. So high settings 4K, again the game is running really well, no screen tearings, no issues, no slowdowns. So I'm really impressed with the performance. The one thing that I do need to do is move away from a standard hard drive. I'm using a mechanical hard drive to run this game, and moving forwards I'm going to be putting it onto an SSD or M.2. So that will probably improve the performance of the game overall. The next thing you can probably do is, because the bottlenecks between the GPU and the CPU is so wide, for some reason here they're only using again between 15 to 30% of the CPU and full utilization of the GPU. You could probably even move up all the way up to a 3080 in this, and you're going to get really good performance and definitely be able to run this game on ultra 4K settings. So again, really pleased with this performance. So what about the CPU? Well, it's an i7 5820K that can be bought for $20. The motherboard, which is an X99 platform motherboard, those motherboards tend to be quite expensive. You could get a Gigabyte or ASRock motherboard for around about $150 to $200, but what I would recommend is maybe giving some of these Chinese motherboards a chance. It comes with M.2 slots, it comes with all the nice new necessities that you would get or expect off a new motherboard, except it accepts these X99 older CPUs, and they come in at around about a reasonable $60. So you'll be saving yourself a huge amount of money, and really it's not really going to be damaging any of your components. So why not give it a try, and you'll be really impressed with the performance that you can get out of the X99 platform using a CPU from 2014, mind you, to play a game that just came out in 2023. So my mind's blown, and if you want to see more stuff like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.